Greetings, friends of the Ecologion with Purpose. Welcome to the movement, and thank you for joining me on Daily Insights Unveiled, where we unmask comfort, awaken clarity, and speak one bold truth at a time. I am Dr. Laxley Stephenson. In our last conversation, we exposed the silent battle in our minds, the systems and narratives that told us who we weren't until we forgot who we were. But now it is time to reclaim our story, because until we hold the pen, we will continue to be written out of history, or even worse, rewritten by those who never lived our truth. For centuries, the world has painted a single distorted version of our past. That Africa was uncivilized until it was discovered. That our ancestors were passive victims, not brilliant architects, strategists, and warriors. That our worth began with slavery and our identity ended with emancipation. But let me remind you, before colonization, there was civilization. Before captivity, there were kingdoms. Before plantations, there were pyramids. We, my friends, are not descendants of slaves. We are descendants of people who were enslaved. And that distinction changes everything. History is not just about dates and events. It is about power, and that power lies in who gets to tell it. And it is time we tell our story. It is about who gets remembered and who gets erased. Now, let us pause and reflect for a moment. Why were we taught about Napoleon and Caesar, but not Shaka Zulu or Mansa Musa? Why do we know more about Christopher Columbus than Queen Nzinga of Angola? Why are European revolutions glorified, but demonstrations by black people ignored or condemned? My friends, for too long, history itself has been colonized. And when we don't reclaim our history, we inherit shame instead of pride. So, you ask me, how do we reclaim our history? We start by recentering our voice in the narrative. We educate ourselves and our children on pre-colonial Africa, Caribbean independence movements, resistance leaders, and diasporic brilliance. My friends, we challenge biased textbooks, films, and media that reduce our people to silence our stereotypes. We honor oral tradition. The wisdom passed from grandmother to grandchildren is sacred and just as valid as what is printed in a European textbook. My friends, we celebrate black joy, genius, and resilience, not just trauma and survival. And here's the deeper truth I want you to understand. If we don't tell our story, who will? And if they tell it, how will they twist it? So here's my challenge to you today. Reclaim one piece of your history. Read a book written by a black historian. Watch a documentary that centers African or Caribbean voices. Ask your elders for a story the classroom never taught you. Share something powerful from our history on social media, not just for awareness and likes, but for legacy. My friends, every time we speak our truth, we reclaim stolen territory in our minds, our culture, and our collective memory. I want you to remember that our history is not a tragedy. It is a triumph interrupted. So let us write it, speak it, preserve it, and pass it on until no child of African descent ever has to question where they come from or who they are. My friends, this is Daily Insights Unveiled, Until next time, I want you to stay rooted, stay loud, and keep reclaiming what was always yours. Blessings always.